More to gain, more to lose. Team USA basketball edition, men's. You called LeBron the best player on Team USA, which means both the team's success and or failure will be accredited to him. Does LeBron have more to gain and more to lose in the Olympics?
Oh, definitively more to lose. Like, here's the thing. If everyone who was making, I shouldn't say everyone, a lot of the people who were making the argument before the Olympics that LeBron should not even be starting, that he's not one of the 5 best guys, if they don't win, will instantly blame him. That is a guarantee. That Damonza, he gets blamed for the 0-4 meltdown, despite the fact that when those Olympics took place, he was 19 years old. He had just finished his rookie season. He was not even one of the significant minutes getters, anything. And people are still like, oh my God, that 0-4 team. He was 19 on the Olympic team, crazy. And people hang that around his neck. So, so definitely more to lose. Definitely more to lose.
But not more to gain with the fact that he's 39 and can carry this team to the end, like with the victory?
I mean, I think that the folks will, again, there's a lot of stuff that does not follow a logical tree. It just follows a LeBron derangement syndrome tree. Just see the bubble. When people thought that the Lakers weren't going to win that title and the Clippers were going to win it, and that then nobody was being like, well, this is not going to be a real title. At that time, people were talking about how it would be one of the hardest titles ever. About how even if you earned home court, you don't get home games, you're away from your family, you have to live in Disney World, you're in the middle of a pandemic, but then the Lakers crushed everyone and people now put out Mickey Mouse emojis. There's just a lot of stuff that it's just Calvin ball with LeBron. Heads you lose, tails I win. All right, next.
Embiid is yet to prove he can win anything, and things are looking great for him so far during the exhibition games. Does Embiid have more to gain or more to lose at the Olympics?
More to lose. I mean, I feel like Embiid just consistent. Like, you don't like Embiid. I do like Embiid, but he is not. There was even little silly things, which is there's a fun little social media video going out right now of guys talk. Have you seen it, Damonza?
Yeah, it's like 4 of them, 4 or 5 of them.
Well, there's a bunch of them, but this is about who has the best nickname. Have you seen this one?
No, I haven't seen that one.
Okay, so it's funny because you have like Derek White really taking it seriously, and where he's talking about, he's like, well, book doesn't count because that's just a shortening of it. And then they were like, is Bam a nickname? And Drew Holiday's like, yeah, somebody asked me last year what Bam's actual name was, and I said Bamonte, even though that's not his name, so now we call him that. And then some people say King, and then I forget who, but King James and Chef Curry get the most votes from like other people. Somebody says Slim Reaper. Durant's asked about it, and he's like, I didn't used to like that nickname because I didn't think I'd earned it, but now I love that nickname. But everyone is throwing out possibilities for other people. And then Embiid's in it in the middle of it. They're like, so what's the best nickname? And Embiid votes for himself. He's like, the process. And I just like, what are we doing? Like, there's just, and so, again, I like Joel. But he hasn't played well. The quotes we talked about last week, I thought were not great.
Is he sneaky a bad teammate? You think he's like, I think he might sneaky be a bad teammate.
So some people think that, man. I have not wanted to think that. But he has some rough quotes. I'll tell you that. And even recently where he was, I don't know.
Him saying that his team would get blown out if he rested for some. I just think that's like you're throwing out your teammates. Like even if that is the case, dude, like you're still playing with some of these guys. Like what are you talking about? But
yeah, it's a rough quote. That is true. All right, let's move on to Giannis.
Giannis has failed to stay healthy in the playoffs since winning the title. Now he has the opportunity to remind everyone he's the best player in the world on the big stage. Does Giannis have more to gain or more to lose at the Olympics?
Way more to gain. This is easy. He's on a total free roll. Nobody expects anything of Greece. And if, it's all, I mean, again, I'm not take injury out of it. Like remove that factor. He has nothing to lose and only stuff to gain. If every game they win, it will be because he's awesome. And if he can get them just into the knockout round, that would be a hell of an accomplishment. All right, next.
Yep. Jokić is coming off an embarrassing 20-point blown lead in Game 7 at home. The title of the best player in the world is detainably up for grabs. There's no better way to put the debate to rest by pulling off the David versus Goliath upset on the world stage. Does Jokić have more to gain or more to lose at the Olympics?
Same with Giannis, more to gain. Because nobody is expecting Serbia to do anything, and it would just be because Jokić carries them. Weird, I don't know, Daniel, I'm sure you saw it. Some weird KCP quotes about the Nuggets being out of gas, about how they thought the Lakers should have beaten them. Now, KCP's obviously not on the Nuggets anymore, so maybe you can speak more freely. But I do, the Jokić sneaky back up against the wall out of nowhere. You lose Bruce Brown, you lose KCP, you're up 3-2 in round 2 after being down 0-2, and you lose that series. You blow a 20-point lead at home. You're not the favorite anymore. And so anything Jokić does in the Olympics is a bonus. But yeah, he has way more to gain. All right, last.
Draymond also said the Nuggets should have, the Lakers should have beaten the Nuggets during an interview.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, but go ahead. Listen, Draymond, is very, very heavily on Team LeBron. And so I think he's going to bend in that favor. Go ahead.
Your guy Dylan Brooks may have another chance to poke the bear if Canada faces the U.S. Does Dylan the villain have more to gain and more to lose at the Olympics?
More to lose. And I'm going to go ahead and call my shot here. I think that when Canada loses I think Canada will make it at least to the semifinals. Maybe the finals, but probably the semifinals. But they're going to lose whenever they play the U.S. Maybe before, but certainly. And when they lose, one of the critical buckets in that game, because Canada's good enough to play anybody close, will be scored on Dylan Brooks. And if they play the U.S., LeBron will torture him. And so he has more to lose. Is he going
to call for a switch?
No, Dylan will be trying to guard him. That'll be his job. And LeBron will torch him. What do you mean? You seem confused by something.
Yeah, if Dylan Brooks is the guy on Canada that they want guarding LeBron.
What do you mean? That's what he's there for.
Okay.
I think that's what he's there for. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or just click the link in the description below.